Allison went here, she went under this way, put it down, okay? She could, if I'm pulling across my body, so if I'm yanking her, okay, she can go the opposite way. This way becomes a little more, okay? When you put them on the ground, be careful if you guys are doing this, okay? So when she's pulling, she's walking under, but in this one, sometimes as I'm pulling here, you're trying to go under and I drop my elbow. So if you put your shoulder against their elbow when you come under, it stops me from being able to pull under, pull back in. Okay? Once she gets this, she just puts it down on the ground. Okay? And if she kept twisting that wrist breaks. Okay? So I'm pulling her across. The first one, both ways work. So if you look at it, it's essentially here. If she came back and she went the other way, so it's just dance. Okay? Yeah. Dance. Okay? So this one, I'm pulling her across my body. She's going under, clearing over her head, and then bringing the hands to the ground. Okay? Once you guys are up. Now, the escape to this, okay? The escape to this, go ahead. And every kid does this. Is that, okay? Yes, you can do that, but the guy that's trying to assault you is probably not going to do a dance move to get escaped, okay? So usually he's here, he's holding with a little bit of strength, he's trying to drag you somewhere, and you're using this. So let them come around, turn all the way back to face your opponent, okay? And then again, slide that hand all the way down. The closer it is to their body, the more the joints lock, okay? And the more they go down, the harder they'll go down. With this one, again, you're going to feel this. So as we go, it's going to start a little sharper and sharper each time, okay? So as we pull, she's going under. Once you see them starting to do that back bend, let them go. Unless they're okay with it. But don't whip it, okay? So try that, walk it under the other way. That's it, that's it, that's it. Very good, girls, you got it. If I'm here, if I'm pulling her, okay, she can go under this way. It doesn't matter which way you go under, you're just going to go with whichever direction they're pulling you, okay? If I start pushing your elbow, you can still go under this way too, okay? So if I'm pushing or pulling, as long as you go with that direction of motion, it'll work, okay? One of the things a lot of girls have is a lot of hair. So getting the hair pulled is a real essential thing. Okay? It's a hook. Once I get here, I'm able to do a whole bunch. I'll get this side. Okay? With this one, what she doesn't want to do is do a big body movement. So it's an example of like what not to do. Okay? If you do that, go ahead and start again. If she does that, go ahead. I'm going to start like pulling control. Okay? So you can't telegraph the move that you're going to do. So all she does is literally dip her head to the other side of my hand, of my arm. Okay? She grabs a hold just to that peel position that you guys had. Okay? This time, you may, depending on the situation and how hard the grip is, you may not want to peel that off because it's not your hair. Okay? So the main thing is to hold that so that I'm not able to run away with, scalp you, basically. Okay? So right here, what she's going to do now is she's going to bring me down to the ground. So to do that, she then takes her elbow, comes up, and actually, best way to do that is she's going to push to my face. Boom, then just bend her arm. Okay? Okay? And you can see how quickly I'm going down on that. I wasn't even playing on that. Okay? So, be careful on this. We're now getting into the stuff that's good. So I'm grabbing, dips the neck to the other side, grabs a hold. Okay? Getting a hold of the hand. Protect your hair. Drive them to the face, and it doesn't matter what she uses, as long as she goes onto the elbow joint. And she wants to squeeze, she doesn't want to squeeze it around in a circle, she wants to squeeze directly my elbow down to that hip. There it is, and she could drive all kinds of moves from that. Okay? Anything from that. Alright? So, once again, we're right here. This one's for somebody to get in the back, your ponytail, the back of the hair. Okay? So go ahead, they're grabbing the back of your hair. She dips under. Look how subtle she's like uses to dip her head. It's just very subtle to get the outside, okay? That locks my arm. Alright? She's holding that. She then comes over, pushes through to the face, and just squeezes with her elbow down. Okay? Now she can add the knees, okay, and anything that might come up from there. Alright, so trying that one. Yeah. Let's do this one together. We got it here. Get the head to the other side of the wrist. Good. There you go. Good, see that? Over. This one. Doesn't matter, you can just put your hand on their head. It doesn't work much for mine. Okay, she can go in here. She just holds that hand. And then she walks under this wrist. Okay, and by the time, there it is. Right there. And you'll feel that. Okay, you just go in close to their body, and just turn, keep their hand and keep turning. They're gonna, once you see them up on their toes and they start backing up, you know that it's like starting to work. Okay, so grab on, double hand grip, turn under, like a jive dancing spin, a standard stance spin. Hold on to the hand, hold on to the hand. That's here. Don't let the hand off the head. If you find that you're not catching the technique, it's usually because you didn't get enough of a spin to it. Okay? So, if we're here, and she goes and she just stops here, it's not in. If she pulls my hand off, it doesn't matter. She can still walk under and get the escape. Okay? But you want to anchor that. Hold it to the head. Okay? And she wants to walk in the direction that you would in like a jive dancing thing. So you want to go under the elbow this way, and there it is. She's holding on to that. Okay? So, those are the basic stuff, okay? So now you've got somebody that's pulling you, you've got the walk unders, you've got somebody grabbing you, you've got the peels. If I'm grabbing you by your hair, you can essentially, I'm dragging you places, she can keep moving with this stuff, okay? That's what I want to get out of the first section.